Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a challenge review for you. This is Cuzz, the new SKT jungler. I regard Cuzz as like one of the best solo queue junglers in the game. He's currently rank 1 on Korea. He's like held it for I think the last couple of months over on Korean solo queue, and this is actually his Smurf account, which is also challenger. So this guy is just insane, and this game is definitely a testament to his skill. I would really regard this game as like almost like a 1v5. Like he utilizes the combo with Yas Gragas to really just snowball the game, even though like his bot lane actually gets like pretty much destroyed and top lane just goes even. So literally like hard carries this game. I think he finishes like 11-0, so no deaths, almost perfect game from him here. So I want to really go over it and sort of talk about his mindset and the way he actually snowballs this game, even with like a losing bot lane with this really dragon dependent meta. So let's start off with Cuzz's runes. So we go Predator. This is a really standard build for Gragas. I think this is really the only best build. You want to go Predator on Gragas because you're really reliant on your E's for ganks, and Predator just gives you that extra move speed, gets the enemy off guard, lets you get into melee range to hit your E much easier. So what synergizes so well for him for ganks. Cheap shot, obviously when you E someone, that's going to do max damage. Zombie Ward to control River with Sweeper. You actually see he gets a really early Sweeper trinket. And Ingenious Hunter, which obviously helps with his cooldown reduction. And we got Perfect Timing and Cosmic Insight, which Perfect Timing really helps with his build path because you want to get Zhonya's like pretty much your second item. Like it's a really good item for Grags, especially against like sort of a heavy melee AD comp. And Cosmic Insight, obviously really cooldown dependent champion. Really want to be using those cooldowns as much as possible. 45% CDR feels really nice in terms of late game. And then he goes the attack speed, adaptive force, and armor, which again really good for the attack speed, just to help his jungle clear, because you just need that because Gragas still needs to be whacking the camps to clear effectively early game. So that really just helps out his jungle speed, even though he's not going to be attacking much in like skirmishes and team fights and stuff. So comes in out of base, comes here. So looking at matchups here, I did briefly touch. Alright, so what he's actually just done there, he's placed the ward there, based and gotten his red sweeper trinket. So this is, utilizing his zombie ward room, and it will really, help him like control River and put on pressure on this Lee Sin in the early stage. So we're going bot side start. In terms of matchup, so yes, we have a Darius and Renekton. This is definitely a lane you can impact. These guys are going to be fighting each other relentlessly, mostly in the early game. Potentially post 6, you need to be careful because if you don't get the one shot on Renekton, he can actually turn and do some serious damage in terms of like 1v2. So into a Lee Sin here, this is like pretty much like I would say more skill dependent. It's really whoever gets the first move. Like Gragas is like an unstoppable champion if he gets the first move, right? But if he's sitting back and like he's getting like approached like first in team fights, then it actually is really like Gragas wants to be the initiator so he can catch the enemy team off guard, especially with his flash E combo. And this is what I love. Gragas Yas is such a good comp together, and you'll see the way that Cuzz uses this just flawlessly this game. Obviously when he E's, Yas can ult off that. Same with Gragas' ult, he can ult off that. So he has two abilities to enable Yas's ult. And this bot lane matchup is really interesting. We've got a Heimerdinger, Shaco into a Misfortune Rakan. Rakan's obviously a very slippery champion. Misfortune's gankable, but yeah, I mean, I'd say you can impact this lane, but like pretty much all these lanes are getting impactful, but you want to be going mid. I really like the Yas Gragas combo. And Echo is a melee champion, so Gragas does really well in him because he is forced to walk up to kill minion creeps, right? So Gragas can utilize his E on him pretty well. Alright, so let's check out his jungle clear here. Just doing a standard blue side clear, getting level 3 off Wolves. Doing Raptor Camp. Potentially looking for mid, but decides to do red instead. Alright, so Darius, he's literally just doing a full topside clear. He's going to be level 4 now at 3 minutes and about 20 seconds here. Darius placed a ward here, so we know where Lee Sin's topside 100%. Alright, so I really like this right now. So he's using his sweeper to make sure he's not seen top at all. And Cuzz can really put on the pressure on Lee Sin right now because the way that Lee Sin has like jungle path, he's not going to be level 4 right now. Like he's just like Cuzz has been really efficient to clear his camp, so he's level 4 way faster than Lee Sin's level 4, especially like the jungle path that he did here, because you know right now he's one camp behind, so he's not going to be level 4. So he can just walk into here and contest this scuttle, especially with Darius priority, and this again is a very vulnerable lane right now. Darius is actually winning, so we actually see he goes on to contest his scuttle here. Mid has priority as well, so this is really good. Cuzz gets the first mover advantage on Lee Sin, so he chunks him, pushes him out, and we get first blood on Echo. So really knowing his strength there, he knows, hey, I'm level 4, Lee Sin is level 3, contest me on this scuttle, I will fight you, I have mid priority, we are stronger 2v2. So really, really good there, takes Rift Scuttler. Alright, so now he's looking to just sit here, and I mean this is not gankable because again Echo is going to push back, and he just wants to hover, help, yes, protect this in base. Alright, so he actually cancels his base here, which is pretty interesting. So he actually is looking for a potential gank, because he knows from that gank, because Echo flashed there but still died, Echo has no flash, right? So having, like, Echo doesn't have ultimate or anything like that, this is a really free gank for a Gragas with his E flash combo. So it looks like he's trying to stay around to potentially utilize this wave to go for a dive, or he's just protecting Yas from a potential Lee Sin gank, let him push this in, and then let Yas base. But we've actually got a full minion wave here. Echo burns his W, and there's that flash combo. Really good utilization of the wave here. Really putting the pressure on Echo now. So Echo's going to be so far behind now. Like, and this is all from Cuzz, you know? So Cuzz like identified, like Yas couldn't have solo killed him there. He like would have died, right? So yes, so Greg, you know, Cuzz comes here, gets the kill. He doesn't have TP, doesn't have flash. He's going to lose all these minion waves. Like, it's just such a good move there to really just mess up this, you know, Echo's game. Alright, so he does his Raptor Camp. Literally goes and does his Krugs. So really efficient here. I do like this as well because he's been topside like this whole time, and yes, he's got this Rift Scuttler, he would instantly assume that Lee Sin's bot side, right? Taking his bot side camp, so there's actually no real point of him going bot side right now to clear his camps, because they're most likely going to be taken by Lee Sin, because he hasn't showed top at all, and you know, Cuzz right here has spent a lot of time doing stuff mid, so because out of that base, Lee Sin would have gone down to bot scuttle to get that. And if we actually look at the game here, so yeah, he's gotten bot scuttle, but he actually didn't invade there. So Cuzz doesn't know that, but he could have potentially done that. The enemy Lee Sin. So we come out of base, he only gets 1 control ward, potentially could have gotten 2 there. I think you should always get 2 pink wards out of base when you can. Really, really good for pressuring, especially like having river control, especially when Dragon is such a big objective. Alright, so clears his bot side camps, looking to potentially help bot now. I really like lane ganks with this brush here, so he's come here utilizing this. And he actually waits for this to get pushed in to really sneak around. So he's doing really, really good, like a sneak here. He has level 6, he has ultimate. So this could potentially be a really, really good gank for them. Alright, so again, they still don't know, like he's literally sneaked all the way around here. Really good ult combo, but unfortunately Rakan gets away, I think. And that's just, again, how slippery the champion is. So that sort of sucks. Cuzz has just used all his bursts now. Yas actually had to go back mid. Now Lee Sin's here. Like, he really just needs to back off now. There's no way they can do anything. So, really good mindset in terms of that gank. That could have gone well, but unfortunately Rakan, like, just got away, burning his flash. And obviously he's really slippery with his W and E. But still really good gank. He's burnt some summoners bot. The thing about bot right now is that bot, like, their bot's not doing well at all. They're 0-3 right now. Misfortune's 3-0. She has a BF sword. You would actually start to think like, that was my only opportunity to do bot. Didn't work. I really should just ignore bot right now. So that's what I'll be thinking right now if I was Cuzz. Just does his blue. Now looking to base. No, he's looking to help Yas potentially. But just decides to base. He doesn't have ultimate. He just needs to back off. They have like lost river control because now Misfortune Rakan's going to be back on full health. just needs to go topside there. He has no opportunity to get Dragon, especially with now that he's used all his abilities in terms of ultimate and doesn't have flash. You just really don't want to be contesting Dragon. So we actually see Lee Sin topside here, which is actually pretty good in terms of he hasn't decided to opt for that drag from that bot fight, which is good. Alright, so looking to, again, go in here. He has like his ultimate back up now, looking for a potential pick. And this is a really good gank from Cuzz. So this is a really sneaky move you can do here. So look at this. He knows that he's going to walk into this. So he throws his Q. And Lee Sin won't see this because it's out of vision. So if you throw your barrel into this, he won't know that the barrel is charging up. So he throws his Q first, waits for him to walk onto it, lets it charge up. We have a look here. Gets the E, charge up, bang. Beautiful clean gank. Really good Gragas mechanics from Cuzz there. So that's a little tip you can potentially utilize on Gragas for really effective like one-shot ganks. Places the aggressive control ward there. And now he's looking to pressure mid again. Echo's pretty low. He has a mid wave. Waits for W to proc off. Burns his ult, and another kill. So Lee Sin is obviously dead. No threat of a counter gank. We know where bot lane is right now. Utilizing mid wave. Like he's 4-0 right now. This is really, really good gameplay from Cuzz. 100% kill participation at 9 minutes. Alright, so comes out of base. Can't actually afford a pink ward, so unfortunately can't get that. Clears his bot jungle camps. Alright, now looking potentially at drag. You can't really start it right now, like we don't have mid priority, Yas isn't there, and bot isn't fully pushed in. We don't know where Lee Sin is. So he's decided to just sit here and potentially bait this. And look at it again. He's doing the combo. So if someone walked into this, they are dead. So I really, really like what he does with his Qs and brushes. But Echo doesn't decide to check it. And he's just looking for another gank on this. So remember, he knows that Echo most likely still doesn't have ult because he burnt ult when he ganked mid there. So he has flash as Gragas. Like this is another really, really good gank. But he actually just burns the flash on Echo, which is fine. He's probably going to get away. Unfortunately, Yas doesn't have ult and he's stunned there anyway. So he's going to get away, but he can still be thinking, alright, great, I burnt Echo flash. I can re-gank this again. Just keep snowballing this lane. Like, thinking about, again, this is really only the lane that Cuzz can impact. Like, bot's almost like a lost cause at this stage. Misfortune's 4-0. Their bot lane's 0 and 4. Top is just like going even right now. Yes, Darius is like sort of winning, but it's very difficult to kill like a really tanky Renekton, especially when he has ultimate. So really the only option, like he's doing it well, is knowing where his strengths are of the map, and he's like slowly chipping away at it, so then eventually he can break mid tower and open up the game. Breaking mid tower is the best tower you can break, but it is the hardest early game because it's obviously in the middle of the map, so the team can get there easy. But it is like the best situation again to do in this game, so doesn't even need to help Yas there, but he's there just in case Lee Sin shows up, always protecting his Yas. But Lee Sin actually takes to get Dragon there, and Cuzz just decides, whatever, Misfortune has priority bot, she just walked into here, you guys are there, whatever, I'm going to go topside right now. There's nothing for me to do bot anymore. Doing some disrespect dancing right there. He just wants to protect Yas, make sure he keeps pushing in pressure in mid so they have to react to that. So looking topside now, again going to where he knows, where he's familiar, where he's got the control wards. There's no point, there's nothing to do bot right now. So it looks on a top gank, but Renekton's playing pretty safe. How much gold does Cuzz have? So he only has 700 gold right now, so there's nothing really for him to base. Maybe get some control wards potentially. But looking on the Echo again, whilst he's killing the ward, waits for Yas to come back. And burns his ultimate, which again, Echo, sure, he can get away here, but remember, now he's burnt his ultimate, he burnt his flash earlier, so he's slowly chipping away at this Echo. This tower's slowly going to start dying soon. If he gets another gank on this mid, this tower's going to break, and he's making it so easy for himself that he's continually blowing Echo's ult, his summoners. Like, an Echo without ult is just, like, so useless. Alright, so bot, he's just not even bother going there again, sort of a lost cause. Darius is not killing Renekton, but he's slowly pushing him out constantly. But still not really a reason to be looking to gank that. I really like what Cuzz is doing here. Alright, going bot side now to... He's actually bought a Magi Soul Stealer. He unfortunately didn't have enough enough gold to get his control wards, but really like this. Like, he's the carrier of the game right now. He's going to get Magi Soul Stealer to just like start to become out of control. Just trying to be efficient right now, clearing his jungle. Bot tower unfortunately is gone, but they do have priority right now, so we can go take Rift Scuttler. Again, coming back on mid. The wave's coming up. You can see that by looking at your wave. Coming up right now for another gank on Echo. Yas has ultimate now. Starts with the ult. This is the combo I'm talking about. Dead Echo. No flash. Doesn't actually. I think he has ult there, but he doesn't have a chance to use it because obviously the combo. So this is great. Yas is now going to get this tower from that. Eventually we break it. And right now, the Echo is 0, 6, and 1. Like, just emphasize right now, like, how much Cuzz has impacted this lane. I mean, there's only 8 kills they've got in this game. And he's literally rendered this guy useless. He's got his Yas so far ahead. He's an awesome win condition and a great combo with Gragas. And they've broken mid tower, broken open the map. Even though their bot lane's like hard women in like breaking all these towers. Like, they're trading a lot for, even though their bots, the enemy bot's doing really well. Alright, so bot breaks that. Everyone's base in. Potentially looking to skill. Alright, so he's actually looking for mid again. He's literally, like, look at this. He's literally, like, looking, but he's like, alright, nah. Like, I don't know where the enemy team is right now. Won't go for it. I'll let you off the hook this time, Echo. So it looks to just take Raptor Camp. Still looking for potentially killing Echo if he walks back, if he accidentally, like, walks into here. Just camping the enemy jungle, looking for potential pick. And, like, I mean, right there is actually just an example of why Renekton's really hard for Gragas to gank. Because if you use all your burst and he doesn't die, then you're suddenly in big trouble. Because he can obviously lifesteal back up and do some serious damage with his Q and his W. But we do actually succeed here in killing Lee Sin, which is really good. Because Dragon's coming up, so Cuzz looks to take this now. Enemy jungle's dead, they can't really contest it. They've used a bunch of abilities, summoner spells, and ultimates. Renekton ult ETC. Has 8 stacks of Magi's right now. He does have still have his stopwatch. This is a really good tool for team fights for Gragas. Stopwatch Gragas is so annoying because you can jump in, use all your bursts, your abilities, and then you just stopwatch. And then wait for your coins to come back, repeat. It's really obnoxious to play against. Alright, so he buys Amp Tone here. I mean, I think there's no excuse not to buy 2 control wards. Like, we're starting to get in the stage of the game where you really want to be controlling, like, rivers with pink wards. My rule of thumb is, like, if the item's not, like, higher than, like, 700 gold, you should buy 2 pink wards. Alright, so just doing some efficient farming right now. He's slightly ahead of this Lee Sin and jungle farm, but again, he's been so much more impactful than Lee Sin in this game. Lee Sin's only assisted in 2 kills, and he's done 6. So Darius gets picked off bot, decides just to ditch bot while the enemy's there. I'm going to go help Gragas get this top lane. Sitting here just camping. Uses his Predator to potentially kill this Echo again. He doesn't have ult. And dead again. So another death for Echo. Constant priority mid. Like, having priority mid constantly, this is so good because it just opens up the map. Like, Yas can free farm here. He's sitting in the sides. Alright, so the enemy team is pushing mid right now. Goes for the pick on Renekton, but again, he just uses the ult. Like, this is again such a big example. I mean, it's great that they've burnt his ult, but I mean, right now, so burnt his ult, used all their abilities. Gragas doesn't have ult, instantly needs to back off. I like this by Cuzz, just no reason to fight here at all. The enemy team has numbers advantage. Heimerdinger is not there. Darius is not there. Just needs to back off instantly. No point risking your 12 stacks of Magi's right now. Just going to clear jungle camps. Baron is spawned right now. So potential objective. Hanging around top, just making sure the enemy team doesn't potentially do Baron. Making sure he's being efficient, clearing his camps off spawn. Alright, so taking Brusca, this is really good in terms of timing right now. The enemy team's obviously based, they have like full river control right now. He's preparing for Dragon coming up, he's got Rift Scuttler. This is really, really good for a potential fight, especially that he's cleared all this vision. A Gragas sitting in these brushes, waiting to just do his full E, like ult combo, is like really terrifying to walk into. So really like having control, and this is why you take Zombie Ward on Gragas, because you want that river control. So you can sit there and just, you know, pick off enemy players that just walk into like jungle and stuff like that. Alright, so he's helping mid push out here, but Yas is actually getting engaged on. Alright, so really like this right now, because like they've actually just forced and pushed these guys out. So these guys get free, his team now can get, he's literally sitting here, he's not going to fight or engage at all, he just wants to show his presence. He's like, hey, I'm here, you guys can't walk into here, we're going to get this mid tower. So I really like this, he's just pushing them off. They're all stuck on this side, they can't walk in. Cuzz is constantly pushing them out. And great, gets mid tower T2 off this, rotate to Dragon, there's no way the enemy team's going to get there in time. Goes back mid to push. Does have 2,000 gold right now, so potentially looking to base before Baron. Alright, so this is a bit of a sticky situation Cuzz is in now. They are all pretty low. Renekton is bot. But, alright, so Cuzz just decides alright, stuff it. Like, I'm going to go do camps, but it looks like they're actually doing Baron right now. So he actually does potentially help this. Again, there are low, so they can potentially contest. And Humdinger and Shaker are actually pretty good in terms of disruption. Like, they're both like AP, or Humdinger specifically has good range AP champion, so we can poke them out. Darius appears right now. Alright, so look at how Cuzz is playing this. He knows his limits. He's sitting back, waiting for his ability. So he comes in here, E's Rakan, walks back. Walks in, walks forward, walks back, sits there, waits for his cooldowns to come back, comes back up, kills Lee Sin. Like, you always need to be waiting for your cooldowns to Gragas. That's the only, I mean, you only do damage through your abilities, right? So there's no point just walking up and auto-attacking people randomly. So now he's looking at the flank, pushing them out, again threatening the enemy team. Just being like, hey, I'm across the map, you know, feel free to jump down here, but I'm going to keep throwing barrels, disrupting you. Gets the kill there on Rakan and gets Renekton. Awesome work from Cuzz here. Again, just some mechanical prowess on that champion Gragas, knowing his damage, knowing his limits. And this is pretty much a free Baron. Buys his death cap is 24 stacks of Magi's now. His AP literally is 563 at 25 minutes. Pushes out mid, rotates bot. Looking to just siege this tower. Constantly controlling bot this river whilst his team pushes the lane in. Sitting back, relaxing on control wards. They get the pick combo on Echo, again just showing the strength of the Yas Gragas combo, and it looks like they're pretty much going to end the game off there. So again, Cuzz finishes this game now 11-0-1, 25 stacks of Magi's, really good clinical game from him, really just playing Gragas well. Like, this is such a good game to learn how to play Gragas, like the mindset of like the one shot out, like that's it, that's all you do. He knew his limits, he knew when to ditch bot, he knew where to focus his lanes. Yas Gragas, he knew that combo was really strong, wanted to punish, break mid. and constantly burning the Echo's Flash and Ultimate. So I hope this review was helpful for you. You can check out my full notes, written notes over on my blog for this game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.